I moved into my apartment in June 2023. I was paying $1,790 in rent. I just got notified that March 1st, my rent will be increasing to $2,023. And before everyone gets in the comments and says, you're doing this, you're making your choices. Okay, first of all, fuck you. I have a 2-bedroom apartment because I have a 1.5-year-old son, and I got this apartment because I researched every apartment within a 30-mile radius of where my dad lives, because my dad lives with my nephew. I'm the legal guardian of my nephew, and I need to be able to have quick, close access to my nephew. I take him to appointments, I pick him up from school, etc. What's shitty is that this is the market rate. So this is pretty standard if you want a 2-bedroom apartment. And mine's nice because it's new, but it's not fancy. It was made really like everything's plastic and falling apart, and it, for all intents and purposes, it's not a quality apartment. It's safe. I love living here, and that's why I'm living here. But I was talking to my landlord, and I was like, listen, I know this isn't your fault. I know you're not setting the prices of these, but what the fuck? This is not like a sustainable, like, how the fuck is anyone supposed to like maintain their tenancy? I said, should I expect another huge rent increase? And he's like, yeah, in September, there's going to be another like $80 to $120 rent increase. And I'm like, so let me get this fucking straight. I had to pay $5,500 to just get into this fucking apartment. I could live in a 1-bedroom. I don't want to because I just figured out crib training with my son. I pay electric and I pay fucking gas, which is another, $100 to $120 a month, like on top of that. I hate that the issue is that I'm at a point in my life where paying another $120 a month in rent is like pissing me off. I know that the solution is to just make more money so that this is going to happen and I'm going to have more wiggle room in my budget and blah, blah, blah. But what pisses me off is if you're not making $6,000 or $8,000 as a single mom a month, you're just like, how are you gonna make it? Who wants to be roommates with people that they don't know? And how many people do you know that you could trust to live with and that it wouldn't ruin your friendship if you lived with them? And what if I just want to live in my own fucking spot? What if I really like the peace of mind that I have in my own goddamn apartment? Why isn't there some sort of fucking clause that says, oh, you're a single mom with narcolepsy and you have a fucking disability and you're making X amount of money and we're gonna give you like a little bit of a break. And I understand like life is a jungle and no one's trying to give out handouts. You're hearing about how Elon Musk just uncovered all the government fucking all the money that's going everywhere. Like the government isn't, in general, they're not looking to help people. We know that. We just keep coming back to like, okay, the solution is just to make more money, but there's only so many fucking hours in the day. I spent 45 minutes today researching other apartments in the area. I maybe have a tour scheduled next week, but here's the thing, it's like, yeah, if I get into this other apartment, like what is that gonna look like and how much do I have to put down? It's usually first and last month's rent, and then there's a damage deposit, and then there's usually a refundable pet deposit on top of that of a couple $100 or and then like at least, and then a monthly pet deposit. And I have 2 cats and I don't want to get rid of my cat. I'm not making this video to be like, oh, poor me, like blah, blah. But where my brain goes is I zoom out and I think about the bigger picture, and I think about like the regular people who are just trying to fucking survive, and like the average income and like what it cost to just literally survive. That's not like getting ahead. That's not saving money. That's not potentially owning a piece of property. That's literally just like, I'm making it until the next month. What is there, like 800,000 homeless people in the US? And when you think about like a homeless person, your mind might go to like all these extremes, but it's like, no, people become homeless because there's factors that are outside of their control, and they're doing their fucking best, and they get up every day and they have good intentions and they work, and they're not like selling themselves on OnlyFans, and they're trying to like do good in the world. But fucking bills are massive, man. It's expensive as fuck to just live and eat.
For those of you who are itching to leave your mama house, this is not the economy, okay? And I'm gonna tell you because I have rent, right? I'm in Houston, Texas. It's $1,800 for a 2-bedroom. I do have a roommate because, yeah. Anyways, we just got a renewal offer. Do you want to know what the renewal offer is? Let me remind you, currently pay $1,800. It really is about $2,000 when we come up to like the fees, because there's fees, y'all. The renewal for a 12-month lease is $25.16. And let's say we forgot to write the 60-day prior notice if we decide to leave, they will bring the rental rate to $2,939. Stay home, okay? Stay home, stack your coins.
I didn't like the wrong damn post, and now my whole feed is people telling their stories of how they not paying their rent. I don't understand how y'all got the balls to be living up in these people's houses and y'all are not paying the rent. When I used to live in my apartment before I met my husband, if I didn't think I was going to have my rent by the 5th, I was fucking scared, okay? I was scared that they was going to come on the 6th and have all my stuff out on the sidewalk. So for y'all to be going years, literally, this girl went 26 months without paying rent. At this point, baby, you should have had enough saved up for a down payment for a house. It blows my mind that some people are out here in the world like this, but I'm not surprised. I hope that makes sense. It blows my mind, but I'm not surprised because some people are just so very entitled, and like when they move into people's stuff, they like, oh, this is mine. This is mine. No, baby, this is temporary. It's not yours. But I just think am I the only one that's thinking like this? Like, I would be so fucking nervous if I missed a month of paying my rent. I would be like, oh my God, they're coming to kick me out. What am I going to do? 26 months of not paying the rent and you didn't have a dime to your name to move to a new place. That is sickening. Literally sickening.
Let's talk about the current housing market because I feel like it's a really interesting time for both renters and homeowners. Because if you're a homeowner and you want to move, you probably can't because homes are not selling very quickly. So maybe you can move, but it might take like 6 months to a year. And then renters, I never really thought about this until I was talking with my cousin. Some renters are also stuck because most of these crazy landlords want 3 months rent to, get into the new house, apartment, whatever. And that's a lot of money. Usually they want first month, last month, security deposit. So to even move to a new place, you have to somehow come up with 3 times the rent, which already seems very undoable. So then what? You're stuck in a apartment or home that the landlord keeps increasing the rent on. Renters, homeowners, I feel like we're all feeling a little stuck right now. We're all in this together. It's rough out there.
Have landlords lost their minds? My roommate moved out a few months ago, so I currently live in a 2-bed, 2-bath by myself. And the price that I am paying for rent for a 2-bed, 2-bath with 2 parking spaces is the same amount of money I would be paying for a studio in Los Angeles, California. I feel like our whole perspective is warped because I hear people talking about, oh, I found a studio for $2,000. What a good deal. I just can't even process what is happening with rent costs in LA and also around the whole country. How is anybody affording rent? How?